Hello my friends, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In our last video, we finished the Meet People quest with the blacksmith and wandered around just a little bit and ended the day talking to Cassandra. I need to keep saying her name wrong, Cassandra. And I decided to back away from the training because dang, all those swords clanging are really loud after a while. In today's video, I want to finish talking to Cassandra, talk to Cullen, and then wander around Haven some. So that's the plan. Let's see how long this is going to take, and let's get started.
The chant of light.
Chatty. Okay, let's talk to Cassandra.
You need something?
Yes, we need something. So every time I ask her about, tell me about yourself, it kicks me over to ask about her brother, and she's not telling me because I guess we're not girlfriends enough yet, which is fine. So let's talk about the Chantry.
May I ask you about the Chantry?
It is difficult to say what becomes of the Chantry now. They have no Templars, no leadership, and no one left who is worthy of succeeding the Divine. It has fallen apart when everyone needs it the most. I ache to think what this will mean in the days to come.
Will there be a new Divine? I'm assuming there will be. I mean, I feel like it's the Divine, not to compare it to our religions, but it seems like the Divine equals Pope, so there's always going to be a new Pope afterwards, right? So, but we'll ask it anyway.
Will the Chantry replace Divine Justinia?
They will try. Once the priests withdraw for the Grand Consensus, it is against Chantry law for them to emerge without naming a new Divine. Sometimes it takes days, or weeks, or even months. The problem now is that no clear successor to Justinia exists. All worthy clerics died with her at the Conclave.
Huh. Yeah, it does seem very Pope-like with the elections, but anyway, what happens if they don't agree?
So what happens if they can't agree on someone?
Theoretically, they will argue until exhaustion takes them or they see reason. Practically, however, if the Grand Consensus goes on too long, the Chantry will crumble. Any cleric with ambition but little sense will see this as her one chance, and plenty of such clerics exist. We shall see what happens. The Inquisition must act in the meantime.
Well, yeah, would you serve the new Divine, or would you stay around here? I'm assuming she would stay with us, because she co-founded it.
If they do choose a new Divine, will you serve her?
That depends on whether she would have me. I am a rebel now, remember? And even if she would, I do not know. It would depend on what type of Divine she is. I am no longer in a position to follow blindly, and no new Divine could expect such obedience now.
Should the Chantry be saved? I mean, I think she's gonna say yes, but let's ask it anyway.
Do you really believe the Chantry is worth preserving?
I do. Though I understand how someone born outside of human society might think otherwise. Cast the Chantry aside and new problems replace old ones. We will have learned nothing from history. The people need stability, and the Chantry needs a new purpose. Andraste had a dream for us. It can still be achieved.
And what new purpose?
So what should that new purpose be?
A dedication to what is truly important. Instead of building cathedrals and sewing gowns for the Divine, the Chantry used to spend its coin feeding the poor. If we are to spread the Maker's word across the world, we must do so with open hearts and open hands.
Why don't you just lead the Chantry? You sound like you know what should be done. But yeah, you do sound like an idealist.
That sounds rather idealistic of you.
Does it? I do not think it's so unachievable. The Chantry has many good, honest people. They just need direction and inspiration. They need to be freed from centuries of adherence to tradition and ceremony. A chance for renewal is at our fingertips. It does not have to come with utter chaos.
All right, well, who is Chancellor Roderick? I mean, he's very annoying.
What influence does Chancellor Roderick really wield?
He's a bureaucrat, responsible for communicating the Divine's will to the rest of the Chantry. Therefore, he's accustomed to the clerics hanging on his every word, hoping his influence will benefit them. Despite that, Roderick is not a bad man. He's frightened, and believes his place is to fill the gap left by Most Holy's death. Some might agree. As far down the chain of command as he is, there is no one left above him.
Will he be a problem?
How big a problem could he be?
No more than he is already. He sent his message to the College of Clerics. That is the only card he had to play. Dealing with him further only lends him credibility he doesn't deserve.
Is he still here, like in Haven? Because I haven't seen him, but maybe it's... Anyway. Why did you leave the Chantry?
I'm surprised you rebelled against the Chantry.
I left my own order when they took the wrong path. It is no different. But in neither case did I stop caring. Indeed, I care so much that I feel drastic action is necessary. I suppose history shall one day judge my actions.
Thank you.
Okay, I did double check, and that is everything she has to say right now. Oh god, it is so loud over here. Oh, but there's a loot. Let's loot first. Maybe. Belt of Focus. Okay. Oh, there's elf fruit and more elf fruit. Ugh. When I record, I wear headphones, so it's... And I don't have it too loud, but that clanging over and over and over again is really... It's a lot. Raider Hatchet. There's Cullen, but there's... Lyset?
See reason, Lisette. We cannot stay here.
Why not?
Because we're Templars.
What does that even mean anymore? That we splinter and fight amongst ourselves instead of protecting the mages?
Better that than stay here with this Inquisition.
You're awfully quick to dismiss the people who saved your life, Matrin.
No.
You're the one they're calling the Herald.
Yeah, but it's kind of against my will, because I don't know if I'm on board with this whole Herald thing yet.
If you know a way to make them stop, I'm all ears.
I don't. These things have a way of taking on their own life. But I'm glad it has not run to your head. I did not join the Order to adjust my faith so easily. But I appreciate what the Inquisition is trying to do, and your role in it. Though you may find not many Templars do. We're a distrustful lot by nature.
Oh, I can question her now. Great, sorry, more questions. Joining the Order.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are tradesfolk in Denerim. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws and help the mages through a troubled time.
Yeah, again, you sound Orlesian, not Ferelden. So help us? I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Not all Templars want to make mages into prisoners or villains. Some of us just want to keep a balance and let you practice your craft in safety. One person trying to do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
Good point. Tell me about the Templars.
I'd like your take on the Templar Order.
It's a shadow of what it was. Where once we both protected all people from the dangers of magic, we now posture and grab at power. One day, I hope the circles are again sanctuaries where mages can practice their craft.
Yeah. You're going to stay here in Haven. Well, based on that conversation they were just having, I assume so.
You're not going to rejoin the Order?
When the temple went up, your forces rescued those few of us still alive. My life is a debt I intend to repay, however I can.
That's a good point. And that's good on you. What happened at the Conclave?
Do you have any idea what caused the explosion?
No, I'm just a recruit. Belief and faith doesn't get you closer to the important meetings. Though that distance did save my life.
It did, didn't it?
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
She seems like a level-headed person. Am I gonna get to loot? Maybe? There we go. Ooh, a shard shield. Ooh, other armor. Alright, let's save and talk to Cullen. See how long this is gonna take. Cullen. Cullen's here again.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
It wasn't really my choice. I like to stand out. I don't know. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with it wasn't my choice.
That wasn't my idea.
I'd be concerned if it was. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
Everything is a mess, but do you trust in the Inquisition? Let's get his thoughts on it.
You left the Templars for this. You believe the Inquisition can work?
I do. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
I like your enthusiasm. No, I can't. I can't bring myself to romance Cullen. I can't. You seem to have thought it through, though.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Raiden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
Action comes too late, like how you didn't stand up to Meredith until the very end. Sorry, trying to move on. Okay, there he is. Let's talk to Cullen and see how long this takes. It's fine. We get through it all, and then we don't have to do it later. We can just do like quick follow-ups, right?
Did you need something?
Of course I did. Are you with anyone? No, we're not going to go there. Let's investigate first. Well, no. Let's ask about the Templars. Why did they leave?
Why would Templars break away from the Chantry?
The Order believes the Chantry no longer supports their efforts. Not to the extent they should.
And what changed?
But the Templars have served the Chantry for ages.
And in that time, they've come to take the Order's services for granted. Templars risk their lives against blood magic, demons, abominations, to feel as if those efforts are dismissed. I may disagree with the Order's actions, but I'm here as proof of that. But I sympathize with their frustrations.
Okay. All right, let's ask these later to investigate. Tell me about the Templar life.
I'd like to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I can.
Okay, well, how are Templars trained?
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thedas. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Did you enjoy it?
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the Chant of Transfigurations wasn't the most exciting task. I admit, my mind sometimes wandered.
Well, tell me about their vows.
Do Templars take vows? I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages. That sort of thing?
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change. When it's over, you give yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of Lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
Okay. What do Templars do? I mean, that's obvious there, but we'll ask it anyway.
Do the Templars do anything besides hunt mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
Yeah, let's get your latest thoughts on mages.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession at the least.
Why did you become a Templar?
Why did you join the Order?
I could think of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars as our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humored me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
Yeah, that's not very old at all.
13. That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still, I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
What about your family?
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course, but there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
And you lived in the Circle.
You've lived in the Circle. What was a typical day for a Templar there?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's harrowing, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Did you not speak to the mages?
Do Templars and mages never speak to each other?
Some do, but Templars are supposed to maintain a certain distance from their charges. If a mage is possessed or uses blood magic, you must act quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
Well, let's ask him to tell me about yourself.
I should get to know you better. We're working together, after all.
What would you like to know?
All right, where are you from?
Oh, how to act for Ferelden Codex entry? We'll look at that later.
I grew up in Ferelden near Honleith. I was transferred to Kirkwall shortly after the Blight. This is the first I've returned in almost 10 years.
Honleith, isn't Honleith where we got Shale in Origins? Right? Varric is from Kirkwall.
Varric's from Kirkwall. Did you two know each other?
I knew he was friends with the champion of Kirkwall, but little else. We've spoken more since I joined the Inquisition, largely at Varric's insistence. Apparently, I spend too much time with a serious expression on my face, and it's bad for my health.
You were away a long time.
You haven't seen Ferelden in 10 years. Are you glad to be back?
I was not sorry to leave at the time. I did not expect to return. Now, between the Divine's murder and the breach, I've arrived to find nothing but chaos.
Tell me about the Blight.
You were in Ferelden during the Blight. Did you fight Darkspawn?
No. I was stationed at Ferelden's Circle Tower. The Circle had troubles of its own. I remained there during the Blight.
What happened at the Circle?
What happened at the Circle Tower?
Few who survived the Blight have fond memories of that time. I would prefer not to speak of it.
Okay, well then, tell me about Kirkwall instead.
What was Kirkwall like?
While I was there, Canary occupied and then attacked the city. The Viscount's murder caused political unrest. Relations between mages and Templars fell apart. An apostate blew up the chantry, and the Knight Commander went mad. Other than that, it was fine.
I feel like Cullen is cursed, and now awful things are going to happen to us because he's here. I mean, remember the Circle in Kirkwall, in Ferelden, and then in Kirkwall, and maybe he's the jinx. So, tell me about the rebellion.
What happened between Kirkwall's mages and Templars?
You were at the Conclave. You must have heard people speak of it.
Yes, but you were there.
There was tension between mages and Templars long before I arrived. Eventually, it reached a breaking point. There was fighting in the streets. Abominations began killing both sides. It was a nightmare.
And how did it end?
What happened then?
The Templars should have restored order. But Red Lyrian had driven Knight Commander Meredith mad. She threatened to kill Kirkwall's champion, turned on her own men. I'm not sure how far she would have gone. Too far.
So you opposed her?
I stood with the champion against her, in the end. I should have seen through Meredith sooner.
All right, a few more things. Why don't you tell me about your colleagues?
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Well, what about Josephine?
What do you think of our ambassador?
We have little in common. How she delights in meeting with nobles all day is beyond me. But I enjoy working with her.
And Liliana?
How do you like working with Liliana?
The Inquisition would not exist without her. I may not always agree with her methods, but she's more passionate about our cause than anyone. Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly, but Liliana is just as responsible for its formation.
And our soldiers.
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our numbers are small, but they suit our needs for the time being. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order. They've proven invaluable in training new recruits.
And our last question. Anything I should know?
Is there anything I should know?
Not at present.
And that is all.
That's all for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
And I'm finally caught up with all of my chatting. Oh, it's been a long, chatty few days. I know it has been, and hopefully it hasn't been too painful for you. I think it's good to get a lot of kind of exposition dialogue out of the way. It kind of helps you understand things a bit more if you know who you're working with, talking with. Oh, it's so nice to be away from all those swords smashing up against each other. I know I have to go over here, but, you know, I have to go the opposite direction. Can I go out these gates? Doesn't look like it. We seem to be somewhat secure, right? But I feel like it's good to get a lot of that out of the way, and then when there's, you know, your no doubt we'll have follow-up at some point, it won't be so much in the future. I imagine we'll get more companions. I doubt I'm just going to have 3 the whole game. Maybe, but that would be weird. But yeah, it'll be nice to have a lot of that just kind of done. Let's see, there's elf root. I told you it's going to be a problem. So I need to head this way. Oh, there's stuff up here. I did notice that it seems like my inventory, like I have all these lovely categories, which is awesome. I like how it's listed, but it doesn't seem like my schematics and my crafting materials don't take up bag space, which is nice. Because I feel like it did in Origins. Search. When the compass pulses, press V to search, obviously. Searching indicates the direction of hidden objects with an additional pulse on the ground.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Okay. So it's telling me to go this way. So inside, maybe? Okay, what did I get? Oh, I got the notes. Return the notes to Adon. Okay, that's okay. I guess just another... I feel like it's all tutorial kind of stuff going on right now. So the other thing I needed to do was that I needed to find a logging stand. And it's out over there somewhere. Is there a way out without having to run across the frozen lake or something? Let's see. Oop. Okay, I don't think I need to get every piece of iron on the planet, but we'll get the ones to the gate. Yeah? There is a gate. Oh, it's so nice to be outdoors and running around and exploring and looting, and there's animals and there's more elf roots. Alright, so I just kind of wander around until I find it. Oh, and here it is. Claim logging stand. That was loud. Logging stand located. Okay, I guess I can go turn that in now too. because those are my last 2 quests in Haven, and then I can go to I can go to the hinterlands to find that mother what's-her-face. Can I just run across the... I'm assuming I can, but can I just run across the water? Well, let's find out.
So if we get better horses, you think that'll make a difference?
Master Dennett's horses in the hinterlands are faster and stronger than anything we've got here. A good horse can make all the difference. The mare I grew up with saved my life. She died when the demons attacked.
I'm sorry.
Feels silly to mourn a horse, with all the people we've lit pyres for.
Well, like you said, a good horse can make all the difference.
Oh, that's so sad. Okay, well, here I am back in town. I did spend... I ran all over the place. I, like, ran around this whole frozen lake, and you can run on the lake, which is kind of cool. Oh, look, it's our 2 favorite people. Let's go talk to them.
Good day.
No? Well, my 2 favorite people. Well, maybe not, but you know what I mean. Let's go turn in this requisition, and then we'll go turn in the Dennett thing.
Master Harry said that without more ore, he won't be able to get blades for the recruits.
Tell Master Harriet that ore doesn't grow on trees.
Yes, Mom. I think he knows, Mom. He talked about how we have to dig it up.
Oh, wow. Dumb as a box of rocks a little bit there. Okay, inspect requisitions. And craft item. Our soldiers require additional weapons. Reward +1 power.
That'll help.
Influence gained as well. Quest completed. Power +1, but what does the power get me?
Close that huge hole in the sky.
Ally with the Templars, I'd imagine. I've seen them weaken magic.
What about the rebel mages?
Rebel mages probably made that damn breach.
It's a dwarf. Obviously. Acting like I've never seen one before. Alright, well, let's go turn in this quest to Master Dennett. Not Master Dennett. Oh my goodness, I'm still stuck on the horses. Adon. Okay.
Fliss said to check with you to make sure these are safe to serve.
They're fine. Nobody will take sick as long as she boils them right. Smart woman for asking, though.
I like all the as I hit my mic, I like all the conversations that aren't Chanter related, at least the Chant of Light related, those are a little repetitive. But I like all these little conversations. It makes the world seem more real.
You're back. And in one piece.
I know, right? Let's give him Tegan's notes.
You said you thought Master Tegan was working on something special. If it helps, I found his notes.
The old codger was on the edge of a breakthrough here, but he couldn't see it. You want some of these mixed up? You just give the word.
Okay, goodbye.
Farewell.
Oh, lyrium potion recipe. That's what I got. Well, let's go to equip potions and see what that does. Increases magic by 30 for 20 seconds. Well, can I just switch? I can just switch. I give myself some of those, and then I'll give Cassandra a bunch of those, and then Solus can take some lyrium potions. And then Varric will give regeneration potions too. Right? Oh, won't even let me equip it because he doesn't even need it. That's smart. All right.
Perhaps another time.
Yeah, well, I think we're finally done with Haven, like a week later. I feel like we've been stuck in Haven for quite a while. But, I'm glad...
Zell is doing more for the refugees than most.
Yes, whenever people are tired or hungry or sick, the Chantry is there to come and sing to people.
Ouch. That's serious shade thrown there. But I'm glad we kind of got it all done, so now we can start fresh and work on going to the hinterlands tomorrow, because I'm going to end things here today. I've been long the last few videos to try to wrap everything up as quickly as possible, and it took quite a while, but we're through it. Now we can go back to doing a main quest. So that's the plan for tomorrow. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Dragon Age Inquisition video.